Welcome back to another episode of Glitter Hustle, and today we are going to talk about why we dance in Vegas. So many people ask me this question because it's kind of known as the strip club capital of the world. That said, it's probably not the craziest place in the world you can go to for strip clubs. But let me give you a reason why girls come here from all over the place just to become a stripper. It is the only market where people come here specifically to party, go to strip clubs, gamble, get drunk, have fun with the boys, all those kinds of things. That's what they're coming here for. They're not coming here to fall in love with somebody. They're not coming here to try to let go of all their problems and try to find a girl that will talk to them and things like that. It's not about that. Vegas is about the party lifestyle. So they're here for bachelor parties, birthday parties, weddings. You'd be surprised, like I've said in other episodes, how many women we actually get in the club that want to get dances, that want lap dances, that just want to be a part of the fun. And that's why people come here specifically to Vegas. Now, this also lends to a few other things. Myself, as I've mentioned before, I am a professional businesswoman in my real life. So, hence the disguise. When I'm in Vegas, I'm not going to get regulars. I might get a few people that live here in town that come in after work just to grab a drink or something. They do a bunch of locals specials for like drink specials and things like that. But in general, I'm not going to see the same person every single week. I'm not going to see the same person twice. So because of that, that helps me keep my anonymity. We'll see people come in from all over the world, even just for a couple of weeks to actually just dance and make some money. This happens a lot. Dancers actually travel quite a bit in order to check out new places, make some money while they're there to pay for their trip, that kind of thing. So like we've had girls come in from Australia, we've had girls come in from Hawaii, come in from all over the place in order to dance for just a couple of weeks. So this ends up being a really, really good way to continue to do this lifestyle and not get found out. So I always tell people this is my alter ego, this is my superhero, hence my disguise is here on this channel because it's not my real life persona. And Vegas is the one place you can actually become whoever you want to be for that particular time. I tell guys all the time when they come in the club, if they want to have their own stripper name, their own stage name, they can. Guys, by the way, this is a personal pet peeve. Don't ask a stripper what her real name is. Just don't do it. There's several reasons for that. Main reason why we have stage names is for our own safety, our own security. So when you ask that to us, that automatically makes us uncomfortable. So understand this is part of a fantasy, this is part of the fun, this is part of the experience of the strip club, and let us be minks for the night, right? Let us be who we want to be for the night. We'll let you be who you want to be for the night too. Deal? Cool? Right? Let's just be ourselves, right? This is the main reason why I choose Vegas to dance. I've danced in other cities. I've danced in Dallas. I've danced in Florida and other places. I've danced in West Palm Beach. I've danced all over the place. But even in those markets, you get regulars. Okay, I just fixed my mask. You guys, I just have to tell you, wearing this thing is not comfortable. So it tends to slip and then I can't see and then I forget what I'm talking about. So let's rewind a little bit. Let's go back a little bit. So like I was saying, the reason why I dance here in Vegas is because it allows me to do this with the cover of anonymity. Now, I will be honest, there have been times where people have come into the club that I actually know in real life, and I've had to kind of explain it. And at the end of the day, if they're there to enjoy themselves at the club, they're not judging me either. So it's fine, but at the same time, it's like, it's not something I want people to have readily available as far as information about what I do. Because as we've talked about before, this is something that people judge you about. Is it silly? Absolutely. Is it practical? Absolutely. So Vegas does have its benefits. Now, a lot of girls wonder what you have to do in order to actually be an active stripper in Vegas. And you do have to audition. There's different licenses that you have to get. You have to get your business license. You also have to get a non-gaming card. And in order to get those, you have to get hired by a club. So you do have to go and audition at every club that you want to work at. When I first came to Vegas, I've actually lived here twice. When I first came to Vegas, both times, the first night that I was here, I went and auditioned at several different clubs. Got my sheriff's card, which is your non-gaming license. And then I decided which clubs I wanted to actually stay at. I've danced at several of them. Sometimes I'll give them a few weeks to kind of feel out the club a little bit, see if this is my vibe or if it's not. Sometimes I just know. The current club that I work at, I just really like the vibe. It's very upscale. There's not a lot of crazy stuff that goes on. The staff takes really good care of us. They really pay attention to us. They try to do things to make things better for us. Clearly, in today's economic climate, Vegas tourism is down, so they do everything they can in their power to try to get more people to come into the club, and that translates to money in our pockets, right? So I appreciate that kind of thing. I also appreciate management that looks out for us, that takes care of us, that makes sure that we're safe. A lot of people think that Vegas is like this crazy town where anything goes, and it's really not. You can go to some other markets like Atlanta and things like that, and it's going to be a lot more loose than what they do here in Vegas. Now, with the caveat of course, there are clubs that always push the boundaries, but the particular club that I work at doesn't. The particular club that I work at is very, very strict. It's very by the book, and for good reason. If you get caught doing something that's illegal, you can go to jail. So can the club can get fined. All of this stuff. The patron, the actual customer, can get actually taken to jail as well. For those of you that think that Vegas is, Sin City and everything goes here, prostitution is illegal here in Sin City. It is illegal. Now, you can go outside of Vegas. You can go to Pahrump. There are bunny ranches out there. There's legal prostitution out there. But when you're actually here inside of city lines within Las Vegas, it is illegal. Plus, there are several different laws and things like that, too. People don't realize. There are full nude clubs in Vegas. But if you go to a full nude club, there's no alcohol served. There is an exception to that rule. That's Palomino. Palomino was grandfathered in under old laws, but every other full nude club, no alcohol. So if you want alcohol when you go to the strip club, you got to go to a topless bar. So I do work in a topless club. I've been to a full nude bar in the past, and it's just not my vibe. No hate. If you're cool with that, that's fine. I just can't bring myself to do that. Customers always try to push the boundaries, and the thought of a customer sticking their fingers in my hoo-ha, not exactly something I'm real comfortable with. So, is what it is. Again, to everybody, to each their own. Now, here's the other part of that too. Guys, when you come to Vegas, please, again, like I said about the whole asking us our real name, don't try to get us to leave the strip club with you. We're not going to do it. Well, some will. Majority of us won't. Majority of us are not going to risk our jobs to leave the club with you. You would be better off going to a bar in the casino and picking up somebody there. Just telling you, that's the truth. So ladies, if you're concerned about your guy going to a strip club when he comes to Vegas with his boys, he's better off in the strip club than he is at the casino bar. Let me tell you that. He's better off in the strip club than he is in the regular club. Something that we always talk about, that we joke about as dancers, is that we know the value of our intimacy. We know the value of it. We know how much it's worth. So we don't give it away for free. Girls here in Vegas that are just here to party and have fun and like go out with the girls and things like that, they're here to hook up with guys. Strippers, we're not. We're here to work. We're here to make money. That's our goal. We are not here to hook up with somebody. I tell guys in the club every night, I said, listen, I could hook up with a new guy every single night if I wanted to, but I'd probably be dead now, just being real, be unalived. Probably have to mute that out for YouTube. But anyway, that's the first thing. Second thing is that I would probably be in prison. At some point, you're going to get caught. I just don't do it. There are certain lines that I do not cross. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. There are girls that cross those lines. It's just reality. I'm not one of them. Your higher end girls in the clubs, they're not going to be those ones. Plus, again, the club that you go to is going to determine that as well. So if you go to a higher end strip club, you're just not going to find that as much as you would go into one of those, local bars. There are some of those. There are some that are a little backwoods, scary kind of thing, like sketchy. You might get rolled when you come out. But I guarantee you, you're going to have more problems with somebody in the bar than you are in the strip club. So if you want your man to go out and have a good time in Vegas, tell him to go to a strip club, because all he's going to do is he's going to get dances, and that's it. It's not going to go any further than that. So, and here's the other part of that too, guys. If it does go further than that, it's going to cost him a lot. A lot. Dancers do not bang for free. They don't do it. So, just saying. Meanwhile, the regular girls in the regular clubs, they're going to do it for a couple of drinks. A couple of free drinks. Handle a couple of free drinks. Maybe going home with your man. Stripper's not going to. Just being honest. So, things to think about when you're sending your man to Vegas, right? And here's the other part of that too, ladies. Ladies, if you want to become a dancer and a stripper in Vegas, you need to go into it knowing where your lines are. You need to go into it knowing what you're willing to do and what you're not. Because when money starts flowing, the liquor starts flowing, those lines can get blurry if you do not have them drawn in the sand. So know exactly where you're willing to set your boundaries, exactly what you're willing to do and what you're not. And don't deviate from that, okay? This is something that I tell people all the time in the club. I still have to look myself in the mirror in the morning, right? I want to make sure that I didn't go and compromise myself, didn't compromise my own boundaries, didn't compromise my own character and what I want to do with my life. One bad decision can lead to a string of bad decisions after that, right? Consequences. Actions have consequences. That's just the bottom line in life. So you gotta be really strong and true in your character and know what you're doing. Now again, dancing can be a whole lot of fun. It can get crazy. It can get wild. There's booze flowing. There's titties popping. It's just a lot of fun. But of course, you just have to be able to know where you're willing to stop. Know when you're willing to say, okay, that's it. Now we're going past the line, right? Real simple. And here's the thing, you guys. If you do that, your club is going to respect you. The guys in the club are going to respect you. You're going to make more money. You're going to have... Okay. Little known secret, little known fact. Men love a challenge, right? So if you as a dancer tell a customer that you're not willing to do something, they're still going to try to push until they can get it. Use that. Use that to your advantage and make more money, right? Tell them, say, listen, I'm going to take you to VIP, but we're not doing anything but dancing in those rooms, just so you know. They're going to do it, still trying to bait you, still trying to get you. You just stick to your guns. Stick to your guns. Don't give in, right? I do it all the time. I tell the guys all the time, very, very honest, very upfront, makes them want it more. So, there's always some fun stories. You know, every time I come on here, I want to leave you guys with a fun story here or there, something that's silly that happened or something crazy that happened or whatever it may be. So I have a story for you from this past week. I think it was on Sunday. I'm pretty sure it was Sunday I was working. I don't know. Sometimes the days all blur together, to be honest with you. It was actually pretty busy for a Sunday. Football season, you know, all that kind of stuff. Guys are in town for the games, things like that. So this group of guys came in for a bachelor party. One of the guys that came in, I was at the door waiting for him when he came in, grabbed onto me. He's like, oh, you're awesome. You're so pretty, blah, blah, blah. Let's go get a drink. Cool. So he proceeds to tell me that, you know, his boys got into town before him, so he just got into town a few hours ago. He's already done 8 shots in the attempt to catch up with his boys, right? So we're going to the bar. We're going to get some more drinks. Cool. So we get a drink and a shot. He does Long Island iced tea and a shot of tequila. I know how to handle my liquor. I know what I can take and what I can't. I had a shot of tequila and I sipped on my vodka soda. Those are my drinks. I take shots of tequila and I do vodka soda as my drinks. He's cool, fun, great. Let's go do some dances. So we go into the 15-minute booth at this point. Has a great time. He's like, no, don't leave me. And he hands me a $100 bill just to hang out with him. Cool, not a problem. We go back downstairs, get another round of drinks. He gets another Long Island iced tea. I get another vodka soda. We're sitting there for about 10, 15 minutes. His boys all find girls that they like too. So, okay, let's go back up. So we do a room at this point. Our rooms are half hours and hour rooms. So we do a room. We go in about, 10 minutes into it. At this point, he has had another Long Island iced tea and another tequila shot. This point, he's like, I'm not feeling so good. Meanwhile, this man is 65 years old. He's not a young man. He's not 22. He's been around the block a few times. So the remainder of the half hour was me running him to the bathroom so he could vomit. Yeah, he caught up to his boys. He came with 2 guys, so there was 4 of them. 2 of them already left. One was still there waiting for him when we finished up. The rest of the half hour literally went back and forth to the bathroom. He threw up twice. So, still made my money. And the great part about this, guys, is listen, shit happens, right? Again, guys get excited, they have a good time, they want to party, it's Vegas, what, you know? And I just wasn't a jerk about it, right? I said, listen, I'll just wait for you, you know, get it out. That's what you need to do so that, obviously this is like going to be bad if you don't get it out of your system, so go get it out. So he does, he gets all that out of him. And the whole time, all he kept saying was, thank you for being so nice, thank you for being with me and not leaving me, thank you so much for all your help, blah, 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 blah. He was very apologetic. He clearly underestimated the effect of the drinks. And he said to me, he's like, "You're drinking just as much as I am. Why aren't you sick?" Because I'm having vodka soda. You're having Long Island iced teas. Literally in about an hour span, he had about 4 Long Island iced teas and 2 tequila shots in an hour. And he, according to him, he'd already had 8 shots before he got there. So you do the math. Anyway, finished up with a half hour. He felt a lot better after he got all that out of his system. Found his boy downstairs, who was the bachelor. The guy that was downstairs waiting for him was the bachelor, and they took off and never see him again. So that's, again, beautiful part about Vegas. He got a little bit out of control for himself, kind of made an idiot of himself, but at the end of the day, he never has to see me ever again. And he's got a story that if he decides to tell his boys, he can, but if not, he can keep that to himself too. And I'll just tell it here to you guys on Glitter Hustle, right? So guys, it's a lot of fun. You do end up with some interesting characters, but Vegas is a very unique market. So again, as I've told you guys before, so subscribe to this channel, comment below. Let me know some things that you want to know. Let me know if you want to know more about the Vegas lifestyle and all the stuff that we do here in the clubs. Let me know if you want to know more stories, all of that. And yeah, welcome back to Glitter Hustle. We see you again next time. Bye.